Wow, the wickedness of Jake is legendary. Nothing new, man. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord. Whoever perished being innocent. Hey, 2/3 gotta go. And this is why the Lord is allowing Trump to deploy the National Guard. The Lord is allowing Donald J. Trump to deploy the National Guard to replace the police. Because now the National Guard in these different major cities, they're now doing the work of the police. And that's very serious. So it's militarized now. And that's Trump. He's coming in the spirit of a cruel Lord, that draconian spirit. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because at the end of the day, who's responsible for this? It's Yahweh Bashem Shai. And we know that the so-called white man, starting with the elites and these different rulers like Trump, they're the Lord's whipping stick. He's set up to whip you tribes up and beat you tribes up. And you Israelites, man, you make it hard for other Israelites to survive in this place. It's not the fault of the other nations. It's your fault. Because you tribes, man, you're not serving Yahweh Bashem El Shai. And you're the ones killing each other. This crime, man, yeah, it's being committed by you Israelites. A lot of you Israelites are committing crimes. You're out there shooting each other, robbing each other, raping each other, and being wicked. And that's the spirit, man. That's why the Lord put the spirit on Donald Trump to send out the military. It's really to get rid of you 2/3. And you 2/3, you deserve what you're going to get. Now it says here, loved ones witness man fatally shot during Facebook live stream in South Austin parking lot. So this is in Chicago. And earlier today, I was just looking through ABC 7 Chicago, looking through their videos and going through their news clips. Hey, man, and you Jakes, man, you're doing a lot of wickedness, man. A lot of crimes are being committed by you. And that includes the northern and the southern kingdom. There was another clip I watched earlier today, and this Latin tribe, this bugged out Latin tribe, man, broke into his girlfriend's house, stabbed her, and I believe he murdered his daughter too. He just snapped and lost it. Right? And that woman left him for a reason, but he just didn't like that. So he just murdered his woman and his daughter. That's fucked up. It's terrible, right? So you Jakes, man, you make it hard for other Jakes to survive in this world. If I was a so-called black man in the world, I'll probably not be taking accountability for my actions. I'll be saying things like, wow, it's very hard out here for a black man. It's very hard because of these other nations. And you'd start blaming them. No, it's hard because you Israelites make it hard for other Israelites. And you're not doing the right thing. You're not serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's why you have all these problems, man. You see, in the kingdom, man, we're all going to be righteous. We're all going to be righteous, man. We're not going to be committing no crimes. You're not going to be seeing shit like this. Let me get a precept, man. This is, let's get Isaiah. Going to Isaiah 60. Let's go into Isaiah chapter 60, verse 21. This is the kingdom. Okay, this is how it's going to be in the kingdom for our people. This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. That's right. So all our people are going to be righteous. They're going to be upright. Right now, a majority of our people, they ain't righteous. They ain't righteous. They're wicked. Especially the 2/3. They rejoice in chaos and death. They love to die. They have actually made a covenant with death. So you know what that means. If you make a covenant with death, that means you're going to be wicked as hell. And you really trust in oppression, and that's our people. But in the kingdom, the laws are going to be written in our inward parts, and that's all we're going to know what to do. All we're going to know is good. All we're going to know is righteousness, because being righteous is going to be like breathing, like second nature, right? Right now, it's not like that. Now it says this: they shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting. You know why we're going to inherit the land forever? Because we're going to be righteous, man. And the Lord's not going to be able to spew us out of the land like how we did it aforetime when we didn't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. But now we're going to be perfect. We're going to be able to keep the laws to the fullest. So now we're going to inherit the earth and the land forever and ever and ever. Right? Now let me get a precept just to go into that. This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 27. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled, that the land spew not you out also when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you. Right? So, yeah, how do you get spewed out of the land for you not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? When you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you defile yourself and you defile the land. So we're no longer going to be spewed out of the land. We're going to have the land forever because we're going to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and we're going to be righteous, man. And that's why you Jakes, man, you get kicked out your communities. That's why things get gentrified, because you ain't right, man. You ain't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Look at Regent Park and all these places, even in Toronto, man. All those places are getting built up, and you Jakes are getting kicked out. That's called gentrification. So you can't even keep the ghetto. You fucking niggas, man. You can't even keep the ghetto. Hell, you can't even keep Harlem. Harlem's even being gentrified, man. Harlem's in New York City, by the way. It's in New York. So you Jakes ain't right. But in the kingdom, you're going to be right. You're going to be right. It's going to be a beautiful thing, man. All right, let me go back to Isaiah 62. Or Isaiah 60, 60 and 21. This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 21. I'll read it one more time. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. And that's right, the Lord is going to be glorified. Rightfully so, because right now, majority of our people, they ain't glorifying the Lord. They're glorifying themselves or worshiping Satan. And we know that the Lord is a jealous power, and through his jealousy, hey, he's going to bring down wrath, man. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get judged, and that's our people. That's why we're cursed. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 on down. And this is a curse, man. The evil that you're going to receive by your brother or sister. Because this guy, he was shot by another brother. I know that for a fact. He was shot by his own brother, his own people. On Facebook Live, bro. And he wasn't doing anything. And I wonder why. That guy was probably jealous of him, didn't like him, probably thought he was a goody two-shoes. Who knows? But that's a curse, man, to be shot that way. Verse 22, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Yahweh, will hasten it in his time. That's right. And our children are going to be righteous too. And we're going to have lots of kids. Speaking of kids, this man, he left one son behind. I think it was a 6-year-old. That was just one son. You see, in the kingdom, we're going to have many sons. So many sons, you can't even count them. But that's not for this time. That's for the kingdom. Get a precept, man. Let's go into Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 8. This is Hebrews chapter 8, verse, let's see here. That's Leviticus. I want Hebrews. This is Hebrews chapter 8. Let's get it. Let's go to the bottom here. This is Hebrews chapter 8, verse 9. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. That's right, because we had that heart of stone. Because that's what was given to us by the laws. The laws was written in stone. The law, statutes, and commandments. That's what the Lord gave Moses to give us, that the law being written in stone represented our stony heart and how we were. Now that's going to change. Now we're going to get that heart of flesh. Now the laws are going to be written in us, and it's not in us, and it's not going to be a problem. Verse 10, it says, "For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people." You see that? So now we're going to be made right in the kingdom. Laws being written into our minds just simply means we're going to get righteous bodies. And we're never going to go off. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is going to be like breathing, second nature. We won't forget. We won't think twice, man. We're just going to be righteous. We're just going to do it. Everything is going to be automatic. Verse 11, "And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest." You see, right now we got to teach our people the laws, statutes, and commandments. Why? Because they discontinued from their heritage. And really, we're not right. Our people are not right. Jake ain't right, man. Hey, Israelites are not right. You Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you ain't fucking right, man. And I'm going to keep saying that. But I'm going to also say this. It's temporal. We're going to be changed. And we're going through this for a reason. The creature was subject to vanity. Not willingly, but unwillingly. So this is a part of our spiritual evolution. And when we're going to become gods, man. But it's necessary. But we have to point out the issues and the problems with our nation right now. We still got to call things out for what it is. Even though this is all necessary and we got to go through these growing pains, we still got to call out each other's wickedness. That's if we're doing anything wicked. We have to call each other out. We have to correct each other. And this is unacceptable, man. All right, let me get Revelation 12 and 12, because Trump is coming down with great wrath. He's coming in that draconian spirit. And that's how it's going to be for you Jakes. A lot of you Jakes, you're going to get caught up by the way of these troops. These troops are going to gun you down in the streets. And the Lord set it up that way. Because this devil is the Lord's whipping stick. That's pursuant to Isaiah the 10th chapter. Matter of fact, let me get Isaiah the 10th chapter first, man. That's a better chapter. Hold on. Isaiah chapter 10. And we're going to start at, verse 5. "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation." Okay, the modern day Assyrian are you Edomites. Who's the top Assyrian right now? Who's in the spotlight? Donald J. Trump. And what is he doing? He's deploying the National Guard into these major cities. To do what? To fight crime. Who's committing a lot of these crimes? You Israelites. You're the face of it. And yes, we do know the other nations in Esau, Edom, they commit a lot of crimes. But when you go into Jake's neighborhood, it's evident. Jake is fucking each other up, killing each other. They're committing crimes against each other. And I'm getting on you Israelites, man, right now. The Spirit's on me to get on you Israelites. Verse 6, "I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets." That's right. You know what mire is? Shit. Because a lot of you Jakes, man, 2/3, you're pieces of shit. That's pursuant to the book of Jeremiah. I believe that's Jeremiah 5 and 26. "For among my people are found wicked men." The 2/3. That's why you shoot each other and you sell drugs to each other. You pimp each other out. Okay? Yeah, so the Lord, he's sending this guy against you to beat you down. And that's where Revelation 12 and 12 comes into play. Because this devil is going to come down having great wrath, especially during the time of Jacob's trouble. That's how it's going to play out. Verse 7, howbeit he meaneth not, so neither doth his heart think so, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few. All right, so yeah, man. This guy is the Lord's whipping stick, and he's using you to beat you down. Okay, he's appeasing the Lord's wrath. So the Lord likes it. Okay, this is all good. Like I said earlier, whoever perished being innocent. This is all done by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua at the end of the day. Okay, and he was guilty, man, and he had to get judged. All right, so last one. Let me get Revelation 12. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You see? So he's going to come down, knowing that he hath but of a short time. A short time for what? To rule. Psalms 49:11 says, his inward thought is that his house shall continue forever. And he wants that to happen. But he has to get rid of you Israelites in order for that to happen. And that's what he's trying to do. That's why he's coming down with cruelty and that draconian spirit. But this is going to happen during the time of Jacob's trouble. He's going to come up against you and take you down, man. A lot of you 2/3 are going to be caught up in this destruction that this a devil is going to bring to you. So with that, I hope this is edifying. Till next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. This is the Son of Zion signing out. Lord willing, this was edifying. Also double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.